In October, the Volvo World Match Play Championship returns to England for the first time since 2007 at the London Club. It's a fitting way to mark the 50th anniversary of this elite event, which was long held at Wentworth. Conceived by IMG founder Mark McCormack as a showcase for the players he managed, the first event in 1964 was won by his first client, Arnold Palmer. In our latest feature counting down to the tournament, Palmer shares his memories of the event.
Well, of course, I remember Mark talking about putting together the World Match Play tournament, and at first I was rather reluctant to even participate, but we worked it out so that it was fine for me to do, and it was an opportunity to spend some time in London, and the only thing that was a little bit adverse about that was the fact that we had to ride a limo from downtown London to Wentworth to play, which was quite a ride. And for some of us who were getting a little older, it was we had to warm up a little longer to get ready to play the match play.
Arnie faced Neil Coles in the inaugural final. The Englishman was one of the most consistent performers in golf and one of Arnie's closest challengers when he won his first Open Championship in 1961.
And I knew him well, and we had played against each other before. Not in match play, however, but in the Open Championship. He was a very good player, and kind of, I always thought, kind of a sneaky good player, and one that you had to be careful of.
3 years later, Palmer made the final again, this time against five-time Open champion Australia's Peter Thompson.
That was a good one too, and Peter and I had been kind of rivals in the world of golf, in Australia as well as in the British Open, and we played together quite frequently, and I would say we would consider ourselves pretty good friends, but competitive.
Palmer played a significant role in encouraging leading American golfers across the Atlantic to play in the UK. Despite his initial reservations about the match play, it became a tournament he regarded very highly.
It was special. It was a very special thing with all the people operating there in Wentworth, and the enthusiasm of the crowds. The players were pretty popular. They were all people that the galleries knew pretty well, either wherever they were from. The golf course, of course, Wentworth is an exciting golf course to play, and that also made it quite interesting. I can remember most of the holes just talking here to you about the golf course, because it was a pretty distinguishable golf course, and that made it exciting too. You had to play a lot of good shots, and it was a golf course you had to play fairly straight, and that made it fun for me. I think that Mark McCormack and his imagination of the world match play certainly turned out to be something that was very interesting to play, and it was very competitive, as you can understand by seeing the scores and the competitors. They were all good, and the matches were good, and the golf course was good. So the combination of all those things made it a pretty exciting event.